Wow, KK. Good morning, you and Carolyn Ruffin in Starlight Palace. Wow. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Hey, Starlight. Who TT dragging this morning, y'all? I'm dragging. I stayed up late last night. I took some muscle relaxers before I went to bed. And I am dragging this morning. Good morning. Miss Noble, 1129. Sun Queen, good morning. Good morning. KK, how you been? Carol Hill. Let's see here. Naya Marshall, Veronica Peoples, all of y'all up in here. So this morning, I'm going to do a reading for Naya Marshall. I think please don't let me be wrecking your name, babies. Please forgive TT if she wrecking your name. But Naya Marshall, I'm going to do a reading for you today in Starlight Palace. You and Starlight Palace get a free reading this morning. Okay, so Starlight Palace and Naisha Marshall, y'all get ready. Y'all are gonna be my two readings this morning. Okay, get ready, get ready. When I tell you to put your birthday in, put your birthday in. Because if you don't put your birthday in, I'll skip you and go to somebody else who's ready. Okay, so don't get skipped. Get your read on this morning. Oh my God, amazing coffee. Amazing coffee. Jesus, how's all my babies doing on this beautiful Tuesday morning? How's everybody doing? Starlight Palace said, yay. Good morning, Miss Powell. Naisha Marshall said, baby, my birthday is August 20th, okay? Do not get it twisted. I'm putting my birthday in here already. Ebony Fowler says she dragging with me this morning, but we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get us a little bit of this coffee up in us, and we're gonna get it together this morning. Oh, yeah, Naisha said, laugh out loud. Yes, ma'am. Veronica Peoples, I'm doing wonderful this morning. Just getting my coffee in me, trying to get a little bit of energy because I was dragging this morning. I did not want to get out the bed this morning. I took them 2 relaxers last night to try to help me sleep, and then they didn't want to wake my behind up this morning. So yeah, I'm doing good. Let me see who we got here. Ebony Fowler, it's the weather. It's getting ready to snow here in Denver. Oh wow, I just left snow in Arizona. I mean, it was beautiful though. I ain't gonna lie. The mountains, snow-capped mountains. Oh my God, just stunning and beautiful. Stunning and very beautiful. All right, girls and boys, what's crack-a-lacking up in here this morning? What is crack-a-lacking us up in here this morning? All right, y'all. Well, shish. TT told you about them muscle relaxers Saturday. TT told you about the muscle relaxers on Saturday. Yes, you did. Oh my God. Yes, and they got me too, Carol. They got me. And you told me, and they got me any damn way. Okay, I took 2 of them last night because I was like, I'm tired. My body aches. Coming back home from that trip, trying to get unjet lagged. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. The whole trip had me discombobulated, y'all. It did. The time zones is 3 hours off, and I'm way up there in 8,000 feet of elevation, and Lord, my knees was cracking, my back was popping. I tell you, it was doing a lot to TT up there. But I wouldn't trade that experience for nothing in the world, for absolutely nothing in the world. It was the most humbling and spiritual experience of my entire life. It was my first one of the 7 wonders of the world, and I definitely am going to go see the rest. The Grand Canyon, my God, my God. It looks like the old city before Christ. Like it looks like there used to be houses and castles and all of that down there. You got to go see it, y'all. Make that and put that on your bucket list, okay? Put that right there on your bucket list. I'm trying to think here this morning too. I wanted to. We're gonna give away another gift this morning too. We're gonna give away another gift. this morning. So y'all be ready for that as well. We'll do a little quiz at the end to see how much y'all really know y'all's TT. Y'all say y'all follow her, but I be asking questions to see how much y'all really know TT. And congratulations yesterday to Maria Wilborn, and Erica Brooks for winning the books that I gave away yesterday. So we will do that every day on my channel. Do free readings for a couple people, see what we can give away. You know what I'm saying? Just keep the energy going. Beautiful, give back, give back, give back. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So, anyways, welcome, 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 everyone. Let's jump on up in here. Definitely one of those mornings, maybe the first cold weather too. Yeah, it is one of the mornings. It surely is. But that's okay. We here, we up and we at 'em this morning. I ain't got no problem with my light this morning. Look at this. My light is working this morning. It's gonna be a good morning, okay? Today's gonna be a good day. Yesterday was a good day too, though. Every day that we wake up and we alive is a good darn day. It's how I see it. Okay? Every day we wake up and we alive, it's a good day. All right, let me get a couple of sips of my coffee, and we're gonna start off with Starlight Palace and what was my other name? Lord have mercy. What was my other baby? Marshall. Naia Marshall. Okay? Naisha Marshall. Okay, somebody gave me their birthday already, but Naia Marshall, give me your birthday again, baby. One more time. So I can go on and get you up. Okay, Starlight Palace is 12477. So we're gonna start with Starlight Palace. Okay, we're gonna start with Starlight Palace. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirits, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Please hold on. Let me write that down because y'all giving them to me early. Okay, Starlight Palace is 12477. And Marshall is 82085. All right, we're gonna start off with Starlight Palace this morning, everybody. We're gonna do a quick little mini reading for her and for I think it's Naia Marshall. Naia. Please forgive me if I'm wrecking your name. I'm so sorry. TT, do not mean to. All right, let's get in here and get these readings done for our babies so we can get to the collective reading for this morning. See what Spirit has for all of us. But just for this morning, let's give Naisha and Starlight Palace a little bit of time. All right, thank you, Holy Spirits, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Please enter me into the energy of Starlight Palace, born 12/4/1977, Holy Spirit. Please give me her energy, Holy Spirit. Show me what Starlight Palace, 12/4/77, needs to hear this morning, Holy Spirit. Show me what she needs to hear this morning. Show me what Starlight Palace needs to hear this morning, Holy Spirit. Show me what she needs to hear. A lot, Starlight Palace. All right, thank you, Holy Spirit. What does Starlight Palace need to hear this morning? What does Starlight Palace need to hear this morning? What does Starlight Palace need to hear this morning, Holy Spirit? What does Starlight Palace need to hear? What does Starlight Palace need to hear, Holy Spirit? What does Starlight Palace need to hear? Wow, Starlight, they talking to you, baby. Your cards is falling like crazy over here. Okay, what does Starlight Palace need to hear, Holy Spirit? What does Starlight Palace need to hear? What does Starlight Palace need to hear, Holy Spirit? What does Starlight Palace need to hear? All right, show me what could be blocking Starlight Palace, Holy Spirit. What could be blocking Starlight Palace? Show me what could be in her way. What's in her way, Holy Spirit? What's in Starlight Palace's way? What's in her way? What's blocking her? Starlight Palace. Starlight Palace, Holy Spirit. Give me messages for Starlight Palace 12477. 12477. What's in her way? What's in her way, Holy Spirit? What's in her way? One more time. What's in her way? What's in her way? All right, Starlight, you ready? You ready for your meeting? Your reading? All right, let's see where you went this morning. Okay, all right. So what they're saying to you, first of all, is you need to learn how to live in the moment. Okay, you need to learn how to live in the moment. Okay, they said be by choosing to live fully in this moment. I am in harmony with the universe. So they are urging you this morning to live in the moment. No more looking back on what happened yesterday, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. No, stop the forward and the backward thinking and live in the now. Stop worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, next week, or next month. Stop worrying about what happened yesterday and live in the now. The right now is what they're telling you to do. You spending a lot of time with forward and backward thinking when you need to learn how to be present in this very moment, okay? Also, they want you to start doing affirmations. Every day, use affirmations to remind your subconscious self of who you are. We are all creations of our destiny. Let's be conscious creators. So they want you to watch your thoughts, okay? Say positive affirmations to yourself because it feels like you might be being a little hard on yourself. And Spirit is saying, watch your thoughts and what you say to yourself, okay? Also, they're telling you to release your need to be right and choose to be happy. Okay, choosing happiness allows us to release the need to control. We learn to grow and go with the flow. Where will I go? I don't know, but let God run the show. Okay, so you release your need to control things. Okay, I can see that in your reading this morning. They are urging you to live in the now. Stop trying to control how things are going to turn out. Stop trying to redesign how things already turned out. Be present, live in the moment, and worry about the right now. Stop trying to be right about everything and choose to be happy. Sometimes being happy is a choice we make over arguing with people and trying to prove our point. We just say, you know what, you're right. Even if they're wrong as hell, we just say, you're right, and let them have that because it's not important to us, okay? Your angel messages this morning are Archangel Michael first says, I am with you, guiding you with courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. And so the angels is trying to urge you to do what I'm telling you to do today too. Get out of your head, okay? Get out of your head. Stop the forward and the backward thinking and live in the right now. Pray and visualize only on what you want because the angels and the spirit guides are trying to bring it to you. Okay, schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. I've been telling y'all that all week. It's time to get yourself together. It's time to go back to school. It's time to get your learn on, your certificates. It's time to form the new you, the healer in you, the spiritual guider in you. Okay, whatever your spiritual gift is, it's time to bring it out. Okay, that's what they're telling you, Starlight Palace. They said, have faith and hope because there's something positive and new on the horizon that you can't see. See, this is what I'm saying. You so busy looking backwards, you can't see the forest for the trees, Starlight. Okay, stop looking backwards. Stop looking and thinking about what the worst case scenarios could be. You draw those things to you when you concentrate on what could go wrong. Okay, it's telling you that you and your children, whether you have them or not, it could be kids in heaven. They all safe and protected. Okay. Look, I asked Spirit what was blocking you. You got the selling out card. Okay. I asked Spirit to tell me what's blocking Starlight Palace. It said you selling out. What does selling out mean? Selling out means you're not being who you're supposed to be. You are selling out. You're letting your inner childhood wounds block you from moving forward. And I'm telling you, I see a lot of backwards and forwards thinking going on with you, where you are caught up in old wounds and what the possibility of new ones. Okay, you got this, baby. You got this. Cause stop selling out. Stop selling out. All right. Then your other three cards are communication is the key. The answers you need are coming, and work through your fears. Okay, work through your fears because I see them. You are letting them block you right now. And it's causing you to become a little over controlling because you're so afraid of the outcome. You're now trying to control the outcome. Spirit is saying, let go and let God this morning, Starlight. Get out of your head. Start thinking only of the positive things that you want not of the worst case scenarios, and go back to school and get your spiritual learning on. That's your message for this morning. Let me know if that resonated with you. Okay, let me know. She says, yes, Spirit, I hear you. Okay, good. Good, good, good. I'm glad you did. That was a very powerful message for you this morning. Get out of your head. Live in the moment. Okay, the moment. Don't worry about what happened yesterday or what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay, that's your message, baby. Hope it helps you. Okay. All right, and then we're going to go over here to my baby, Naia Marshall, 82085. Okay, Naia Marshall, 82085. All right, Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for Naisha Marshall, born 82085, Holy Spirit? What messages do you have for Naia Marshall, 82085? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What else you have for Naia Marshall, Holy Spirit? Naia Marshall. Okay, thank you. Naia Marshall, Holy Spirit, 82085, 82085, 82085. What do you have for Naia Marshall, 82085, Holy Spirit? Whoa. Okay. What is blocking Naisha Marshall, Holy Spirit? What is blocking her? What is blocking her? Show me what's blocking her. What's standing in her way? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Anything else? Anything else, Holy Spirit? Anything else? Okay, thank you. All right, Miss Marshall. Let's go through your reading real quick. So, first of all, Spirit is telling you to examine your mental, okay? Examine your mental. They're telling you to examine your mental because you need to be honest of how you are really feeling. It's almost like they're showing me a picture of you just walking around, kind of just getting through the day, not really being a part of the day, not really being present. You are just there and you're not really paying attention to how you're feeling mentally for real, okay? So that's one of the things. Evaluate your thoughts about happiness. See, you got a lot of cards that's telling you to examine how you're thinking. Okay, as a man thinketh, so is he. Make sure you have a healthy relationship with your mind, body, and soul. Okay, because what I'm seeing here is that on the surface for you, Miss Marshall, it may look like you got it all together, but underneath in the subconscious, there's hurting, there's pain, and there's low grade depression going on, okay? And maybe not be able to feel it on the surface, but it is there, okay? So they're telling you this morning to really evaluate your thoughts and your mental, okay? Be honest. How are you really feeling? Are your emotions lined up with your desires? That's the card we got yesterday. But they're also telling you to evaluate your thoughts about happiness, because if you are saying, oh, of happiness, whatever your thoughts are about happiness, be it good or bad, you need to examine it and make sure that it's lining up with where you're trying to go. Okay, because that's what I'm seeing. So I asked Spirit to tell me what's blocking you. What are the things that are blocking you? You got the inner child, okay, the inner child. So there's some inner child healing that needs to be dealt with, my love. Your inner child is showing up in all of your relationships. And so instead of you, the adult, you born in 1985, what are you, in your 30s? So instead of some 30-year-old person showing up, your little girl that was wounded is showing up in all of your relationships. You need some courage, okay? You don't have the courage that you need. Sometimes you think of amazing ideas, but you back out of them because you don't believe you have what it takes to make it happen. You also need patience. They said you need some patience. A lot of times you get impatient about things, okay? And then you give up too soon. But courage, patience, and your inner child are the three things that are holding you back from your destiny and walking in your power. Your inner child needs to be dealt with. You need to go do an inner child healing. I'm going to do one on my station real soon because I've been reading a lot of people. A lot of people need to go do an inner child visit. A lot of y'all that did not do the 90-day challenge with us, y'all need to go home, okay? Y'all need to go home. And I think I'm going to take y'all there because this home thing, it helped a lot of us in the challenge to get through our emotional blockages. We got a lot of women in here in the chat that can tell you that it helped us tremendously, okay? And you need this. All right, you need to meditate and contemplate, okay? Your commitment right now is being tested, Naisha, okay? You are very close to achieving your goals, but you're being tested. So you're going to be having these nudges that want you to think that things aren't going right for you. But right now, you got to know like you know that God is turning all of this around for you, Miss Marshall. Okay, because he is. But it may look like things are not working out for you, but I promise you they are. When things start to be tearing up and turning upside down, know that that is God in your life trying to wake you up and get you on the right path. He's telling you this morning that your inner child needs to be dealt with. Your inner child is showing up in your adult relationships, sabotaging you, okay? It's taking away your courage to have the faith in yourself that you need to move forward, and it's also causing you to have no patience. Okay, so those are the three things you need to work on this morning. Your angel message says, keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous situations to happen. I just said that to you. I just said, start thinking the way you want this thing to turn out. Get your mind right. Evaluate your thoughts. Evaluate your mental. That's what they tell you. Get your mind right, Miss Marshall, because your mind can stop and block these beautiful things that's trying to come in. Look at this. It says you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and destinies and don't compromise. Look, they telling you not to compromise. They telling you not to don't take no for an answer. Baby, you got to pony up right now. You got to go in that drawer this morning, put on your big girl drawers, get up, hop up on that horse and ride out like nobody's business. Not looking back or forward, but just keeping your mind focused on where you're going, okay? Because you cannot keep on looking backwards and forwards and thinking that it's going to work for you, or you can't keep thinking the wrong way about life and think that it's going to turn around for you. You got to see it and believe it and have patience that it's coming. That's your biggest message this morning. Also, it says you are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. What you waiting on, Miss Marshall? Get out of your way. Get out of your way. And your last card says, take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. Okay, Miss Marshall, I hope this meant something to you this morning, because that was a very, very, very good message for you this morning. Get in that inner child, baby. Go do that inner child healing. I promise y'all, we about to do one on this network because it's needed. All right? So that's the two babies this morning. I saw a lot of people saying, oh, I want to read it. I want to read it. Every morning, thank you, Miss Natalie, for that money. Thank you so much. So every morning what I do is I come on here and I pick two people to give a reading to give you some insight on where you are in your life. It doesn't cost you anything. I do it for free. So if you come on here early in the morning when I first get on the live, I pick two people who come up in the live first, and I give them a free reading. So I saw a lot of people saying, I want one, but this is how that works. So just so you guys know, get on the live early, and I see your name, and I just randomly pick two people, whoever spirit puts on my mind and says they need a reading, I pick you. All right, so later on today, we'll be giving away some more of my manifestation journals and books. So stay tuned to the end of this video to try to see if you might win one of those. But right now, we're going to jump into this message and get it popping for our collective, okay? Get it popping for our collective. And I left my self-love book in the other room. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm going to go get that. Okay, so now let's get into the collective message this morning. Let's see what the collective message is for our collective this morning. All right, let's see what the message is for all the rest of us. We got Starlight and Miss Marshall together this morning. Now let's get the rest of us together. All right, thank you, Holy Spirits, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. We come to you this morning asking for complete clarity and understanding for our collective, Holy Spirit. We're asking for a beautiful message for our collective this morning, Holy Spirit. What do we most need to hear and know this morning? What do we most need to hear and know this morning? All right, here we go. Thank you, Holy Spirit. This is for our collective. What's the message for today? What is our message for today, Holy Spirit? What is our message for today? Is there anything else, Holy Spirit? Yes. Okay, perfect. All right, we got 2 cards from the Sherry Hill Self-Love Oracles now available on My Empress Gardens with the full color book. Okay, everything is there for the people who've been waiting. Thank you for the orders I got yesterday, but for you who've been waiting on the book and the cards, they are available now. All right. The cards this morning says transformation begins when you choose to let go and accept responsibility. Let go and accept responsibility. This is going to be a good message this morning. It says learning to accept what is begins the transformation process. Once we learn to let go, we welcome the Spirit of God. Okay? So we're going to be learning to let go. And look at this. We got the same card that I believe Naisha got. By choosing to live fully in this moment, I am in harmony with the universe. The power of now. Learn to live in the present. Your present situation is all that matters at this moment. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow is not promised. So this is one of the cards. One of the babies got this card too. Okay, but the transformation begins when you choose to let go and accept responsibility. That's huge this morning because that's the one thing that most grown folks don't like to do. We don't like to accept responsibility. We like to place the blame on other people and play the victim. But ain't no winning in being a victim. All you get in being a victim is people feeling sorry for you. And that is not an energy that you want around you where everybody's feeling sorry for you. Not a good energy to have at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and find out what else is crowning this message with our self-love oracle deck. It's another deck I love so much. This one inspired me to do my deck. This is the Self-Love Oracle book by Akil Prittman. It comes also with the full color book and the cards as well. So I got my idea on the tease concept from this person. So I really love these cards. I'm just telling you for any readers out there. I know I have a lot of readers that be listening in the morning. Good deck to have, babies. All right, self-love, Holy Spirit. What do you want to tell us about self-love this morning? Okay, one more. Any more? Okay, all right. So the card we got to go along with this morning is trust. Trust. Okay, the trust card. Trust. So let's see what the trust card says. That's number 1. I know I got to put my glasses on. Okay. Trust card says, you have a fated destiny and a creative destiny. You choose which one you experience by the octave of your thoughts, words, and actions. By choosing to become your own best friend, you are in a better position to observe which emotions, habits, and addictions take you away from towards creative self-expression. Creative destiny is yours to write, and it's time for you to fully realize this. Trust that you have the support, freedom, and potential to create a fulfilling path based on your true desires. Never attach yourself to any outcome. Rather, be open to the infinite possibilities ahead of you. With complete self-reverence, be consistent and dedicated to fostering self-trust. Take responsibility for your thoughts, words, and actions. Be consistently showing up and doing your best to meet life creatively and enthusiastically. You will see improvement and feel more inspired to apply yourself with more joy. Okay, so I want y'all to see the correlation on how Spirit gives us these messages every morning. The message here says what? Okay, it says that we need to take responsibility. Okay, the card here says transformation begins when we choose to accept responsibility. Okay, when we choose to accept responsibility. This card here in the self-love deck says Take responsibility for your thoughts, words, and actions. Okay, so Spirit be speaking to us, y'all. And I just want to point that out when these messages start lining up like that with these, because there's a lot of cards that could have fell out. But the fact that a card fell out telling us to uh trust, okay, telling us to take responsibility for our thoughts, words, and actions. So this whole message this morning, y'all, is telling us to take responsibility. Stop blaming other people for when we mess up. Stop blaming other people when we get triggered and make mistakes. Stop blaming other people. Take responsibility for that. Take stock of who and how you operating and say, you know what? This ain't everybody else. This is me. Because anything we get caught up in, y'all, anytime we in a dispute with somebody, anytime we in disagreement with somebody, it's not for us to sit back and start talking about what's wrong with that other person. It's not our responsibility to judge them or tell them what they're doing right or wrong. What that opportunity is for us to stop and take stock of our own actions and ask ourselves, how did I cause this? How did I contribute to it? And how can I keep this from happening to me again? Because anytime you in an argument, a dispute, conflict with somebody, you contributed to it in some kind of way. And instead of you walking away trying to figure out how to fix the other person who you have absolutely no control over, Spirit is urging you this morning to take stock and say, what did I do? How can I fix this? How was I not a loyal friend? How was I not this? How was I not the right husband, the right... Maybe you did nothing at all. Maybe you just around a toxic person that it's time for you to release. And this is the opportunity for you to yet again escape toxicity. But you got to figure out and determine by using your discernment and by using your intuition to let you know how it works. Okay, to let you know how it works. Okay, so what else, Holy Spirit? What other messages you have for us on this morning? This is good. This is good. Thank you, Holy Spirit. This is a good message this morning. We all need to learn how to take responsibility. See, everybody wants to play the blame game. Nobody wants to say, well, you know what? I did this and I did that, and this is how we got to where we are. No one wants to do that. Y'all all sit back and you throw rocks and hide your hand. Okay, because you go out there and you start toxic shit, but then when it blows up in your face, you want to sit back and play the victim and blame all the people involved instead of you taking stock of your own mental and figuring out how you contributed to this situation and how you can change it, how you can turn it around for yourself. Because just because it ended up in conflict doesn't mean it had to stay there. But it is definitely up to us to change it and turn it around by accepting responsibility on what we did to cause this to happen. Because we are not innocent. If we are in an argument, we are not innocent. There is no right and there is no wrong in an argument. It's two people's perspectives being challenged and both of y'all being too stubborn to accept the other person's point of view. So when it happens, you have a conflict, you have an argument. And now both people are fighting, trying to do what? Trying to be right. I'm right and they wrong. I'm right and they wrong. Who cares? Who cares who's right and who's wrong? Choose to be happy. Okay, the card says choose to be happy. Don't choose to be right. Choose to be happy. There's a difference. Okay, because being right don't always mean you're going to be happy. Because you being right might leave the situation really messed up and have the other person feeling horrible. And then what you going to do? Is you okay just because you was right? Are you okay that you hurt somebody just so you, for the sake of proving that you was right? That's your ego. Okay, that is your ego. All right, so let's see what else. This thing is popping out cards right now. It's popping out cards. Wow. Look at this. It's a time to give rather than to receive. What did I just say? It's a time to give rather than receive. Maybe it's your turn to give an apology. Maybe it's your turn to step up to the plate and say, I'm wrong. I'm always, always trying to make myself the right person. You ain't always right. And if you think that you always right, you already wrong. Because it ain't no way in the hell that you as one person is always right. Whenever conflict arises, it is our opportunity to stop and say, what can I do? What did I do to cause this to happen? I made a bad mistake. I ignored red flags with this person. I made excuses for this person's bad behaviors. What did you do? What did you do to get yourself into this conflict? Because you did something. You are not innocent when you are in conflicts with people. You are not an innocent bystander. You are not a victim. But so many of us like to play the victim role because it feels good to us. You know what? When we can sit and talk about what other people done to us, it's almost like an addiction, like that feeds your mental or something, because you like to sit around telling people about how somebody done you wrong, how somebody bamboozled you and led you astray. But what did you do? How did you just sit there and let these people do this to your life? Because that's what you need to start asking people when they want to come have a pity party with you. Well, what part did you play? I guarantee you they'll stop partying with you. Okay, because they don't want to hear what they did. They want you to come and tell them about how right they are, how victimized they are. They don't want to hear how to change and how to handle this situation better the next time. But this message this morning is for those of us who are sick and tired of being sick and tired of broken relationships and things not working out the way that they're supposed to be. So this morning, we're going to take heed to this message and say to ourselves, I am no longer going to dodge my responsibilities. Okay, I'm going to accept my responsibilities in what I do in my relationships. I'm going to accept my responsibilities. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to accept what I've done to bring these things into my life. Sometimes we make mistakes by bringing the wrong people into our circles or trusting the wrong people. Whatever that is, if that happens to you, you got to ask yourself, what in me made me stick with this person so long? What in me made me ignore the red flags? What in me made me want to ignore the bad behavior, the gaslighting, the disrespect, that them trying to dim my light? What made me ignore that? Okay, what made me ignore that? Because you saw those signs, but yet you chose to hold on to these toxic people for whatever reason. You're feeding some type of codependency within yourself, which is why you stay connected to toxic people, because there's some type of trauma bond there. Okay, there's some type of trauma bond. You and these people are feeding each other's triggers and traumas. Okay, so you stay together even when the relationship is a hot mess. Y'all still stay together because there's some type of bond there that each of you are fulfilling for each other. It's some type of codependent childhood need that y'all are fulfilling for each other, which is why you stay in toxic relationships when you know damn well they should have been over months ago. Okay, so Spirit says it's time to give rather than to take. Okay, don't be sitting there trying to figure out how to take the energy from the other person to make yourself look like the right person, to make you look like the better person. There is no such thing in an argument. It's two people who lost control, and both people need to get in touch with their emotions so that they can better handle trauma in their life. Because until you learn to deal with your trauma, it's going to lead you instead of you leading it. It's just real simple. And we've all seen great examples of that in our life. Be bold and make the first move. Okay, be bold and make the first move. So if there's an area in your life that you know needs discussion, needs to be cleaned up, needs to be reinvented, reformatted, whatever it is, Spirit is saying be bold and make the first move. Don't sit back and wait for the other person to call you or say something. Be bold and make the first move. Smooth this situation out so you can move past it and do what you want to do. I just got a ding on my phone, which is confirmation. Okay, show the world the real you. Okay, this card is saying show the world the real you. Okay, who are you? Okay, take off that mask. Look, the next card says it's time to take action. It's time to take action, my loves. It's time to take action. Okay, it's time to get off y'all's high horse. It's time to stop overthinking this, because a fiery climax is trying to approach y'all. A fiery climax is trying to approach, but guess what? Confidence is the key. Okay, confidence is the key. So unless you can get your confidence up and get out of your feelings and stop playing the victim, this situation could pass you right on by, because you are so caught up in trying to make the other person look like the villain, so caught up in trying to make all the people who hurt you look bad, having everybody talking about them. You are not the judge of these people, and you don't know why they did what they did. Hurt people hurt. Let's get that out on the open. Sometimes people hurt you unintentionally, but we have to get out of our own feelings and realize that no one should be able to determine how we feel without our permission. So no one can come and tell me nothing about Sherry and that Sherry don't believe. Okay, the only time I get upset about gossip and criticism is when it touches a nerve. Okay, and it touches a nerve in an area where I know I should be concentrating. And how dare you bring that up to me? Who are you to judge me and tell me what I should be concentrating on? That's how you can tell when you got stuff you need to be working on, because criticism and things like that will bother you. I don't care what nobody got to say about me. Say it all you want to. At the end of the day, I got to live with me. I got to look in the mirror. I get to determine who I am and how I feel about myself. And the moment that I start giving that power to people around me, I'm doomed, y'all. I'm boomed. I'm doomed, because you cannot give your happiness to other people. You cannot. I just was speaking to somebody about this yesterday. When we get into relationships, and we get into these relationships, I'm talking romantic relationships now. We want the person to make us happy. We want the person to fulfill our world, especially women. We want the man to come in and take us off and ride us off like a knight in shining armor, the Cinderella story. Sweethearts, that's not going to happen. Love is an equal give and take. And I keep telling y'all over and over and over again, and I'm going to keep saying it until it resonates with y'all. A power couple is two people who understand self-love. Fuck your money, your cars, your houses, and all that stuff. It has nothing to do with happiness and power. Power comes from within. Self-love is the greatest tool that anybody could ever have. I'm telling y'all as a witness. I'm not speaking to you from some textbook form that I learned. I'm talking to you as a witness coming from a woman who was trying to commit suicide back in May of 2019, who is now a spiritual TT with thousands of people following her and leading themselves into their power. That's who I used to be. So when I say I understand how we can be broken sometimes. But when you get up and you learn, you start tracing those traumas, y'all, because the problem that we all have and that we dealing with is our childhood traumas. We have suppressed those feelings of aggression, of depression, of abandonment, of separation, of not feeling good enough. All of those feelings that we felt as a child are now haunting us as adults. And until we fix them, we are broken and cannot be repaired. So the point that I'm making this morning, that it's time to take responsibility, y'all. Stop blaming everybody for everything that happens in your life, because no one is at fault. It is us. No matter what happens in our life, good, bad, or ugly, we did something to cause it. And it's time for us to take responsibility so we can get our shit together. Blaming other people only leaves us stuck in where we at. It does not catapult us toward the future or the path that we're supposed to be on. What it does is leaves us stuck and stagnant and in energy that will keep us procrastinating and not having the courage to move forward and not having enough faith and patience. Only thing that's overtaking us is fear and lack. And this morning I'm saying to you, take responsibility. Take responsibility. Stop getting into situations with people and blaming everybody for your shit, because it's you. It is you. And the moment that you can accept that it is you and take responsibility and fix your stuff, you on a better path than the enemy anyway. Because perhaps the enemy is still blaming you, still playing the victim, but you can win by becoming the victor, by using that pain and that problem and that mistake to catapult you into your power, onto your path. And that's what this is all about. No one can get to their path or their power around this. There is no way around this. You must go through, you must trace your traumas and find out how you are self-sabotaging yourself. Find out how you are blocking your dreams, because it ain't nobody else. It is you. It is what you are allowing other people's opinions of you to do to you. You are allowing other people's gossip about you, to do things to you. You need to learn to depend on you and God alone. As long as God is happy with you, go to God for your discernment. Go to him for your answers. As long as he gives you the okay, you have no need to worry about nobody else and how they feel or what they think you should be doing. Get out of your way. Get out of your own way this morning. This ain't about nobody else. I'm not coming here this morning to talk to you about your friends, your family, your romantic partnerships, your co-workers. I'm here to talk to you about you and how you handle conflict with all of these different people around you. Because conflict is coming. It's a guarantee in life. There's always going to be something or somebody that doesn't agree with your way of seeing things. How are you going to handle that? That's the question. How are you going to handle conflict? Are you going to get into your ego and have this need to be right where you fight? Or are you going to step into your power, stand, put up your sword, build boundaries, and make people respect your boundaries? Okay, that's what living is all about. When you have boundaries that people know they cannot cross without getting cut. Okay, real simple. Real simple. And when people might call you a bitch, they may call you mean, they may call you selfish. That's great. When you start hearing that kind of stuff, you know you're on the right track. Because taking care of yourself, making sure that you are your number one priority is not selfish, it is self-full. Okay, it is self-full. Because there's no way that you should be trying to pour into other people when you're screwed up. There's no way. So what I'm saying to y'all this morning is, choose to be happy instead of choosing to be right. Choose to be happy. Accept responsibility for your stuff. Okay, there's no situation that you've been in that you can say, oh, I was innocent in that situation. I don't know why this person went off on me. I don't know what the hell happened. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, except you have chosen to play the victim role. You've chosen to sit back and act like you didn't see the red flags. You was trying to sit back and act like you didn't see the character flaws in this person. You didn't see that this person would do exactly what they just did. You trying to act like you didn't see that. You saw it. So now that it's happened, don't be mad. Don't sit back and play the victim. Don't start throwing rocks and hiding your hand. Accept responsibility. That's the grownest thing and the sexiest thing that we can do is accept responsibility for our own mistakes instead of always trying to play the victim and put this responsibility on other people. Y'all done got me on my soapbox this morning. I ain't even pulling cards right now because this is a very important subject. We lean so much on what other people think of us, have to say about us, that sometimes we forget who and what is really important. We cannot allow everything and everybody around us to start telling us who and what we should be. We will become confused, lethargic, okay? Not knowing which direction to go. You got to learn to listen to your first intuition, that first mind. That is God, okay? Speak to him. Go in to learn how to meditate. Learn how to meditate more. When you meditate, your angels and ancestors and guides will give you the answers that you're seeking every time, without fail. Time. But y'all got to grow up. It's time to grow up. This morning's message is grow up. Okay, it's time to grow up. It's time to stop acting like children. That every time something happens to us, we want to run and go cry and go tell somebody. No, grow up. Put your big girl and big boy drawers on this morning and grow up. Blame game don't get us nowhere. The blame game don't get us nowhere. All you doing is just missing an opportunity to grow yourself. You are missing an opportunity to grow yourself when all you can do is sit back and blame other people for when shit goes wrong in your life or when you get caught in conflict with others or in arguments with others. You want to blame the other person instead of sit back and saying, okay, what did I do? Because you did something. You did something. It's impossible for you to be involved in conflict and you are totally innocent. That is impossible. Okay, that is totally impossible. So ask yourself, what did I do? And how can I prevent this from happening again? What did I do and how can I prevent this from happening again? All right, so what we have here, I pulled from our Angel of Power messages this morning. And look at this. It says, intentions. The intentions card came out. The intentions card talks about, let me put my glasses back on because I can't see. It says intention is the creative power that fulfills our dreams as well as our destiny. So it's your intentions. Again, we always talking about our intentions. God judges our intentions. So even if you do something dark, but your intentions is something to bring something good, your intentions is what will be judged and not your action. So as long as your intentions are for the greater good of yourself and humanity, then you're doing the right thing. Okay, the best is yet to be. Good things have happened, but even better things will be presented in the future. Okay, y'all get yourself together. Get yourself together. Take these challenges, these daily messages, and start really examining yourself and asking yourself, how can I be better? Because y'all, you are your only project. You are your only subject. You are your only student. You are the only person you need to be worried about right now, because when you take care of you, you take care of everybody around you. Everybody around. Your kids have a better mother. Your husband has a better wife when you are in love with you and take care of you. So realize that this is all about us today. This is all about us taking stock of our own mental, our own habits, our own responsibilities. That's what this is about this morning. It's telling us to take stock and take responsibility so we can become better functioning adults, not little children walking around in our childhood wombs. That's what we're doing right now, y'all. And it's a hot mess, and y'all can see it. The world is in a hot ass mess right now. No one's getting along. Marriages ain't lasting. Friendships breaking up. Why? Because everybody's caught in their trauma, expecting for the other person to take care of their little childhood codependent needs. And no one's going to do that for you guys. No one is going to deal with you and your little child. Who wants to be bothered with people's kids? Nobody. Especially when you got an adult showing up acting like a kid. And that's what a lot of y'all are doing. You acting like a little child. But you want everybody to respect you as an adult. Check yourself this morning, okay? Look at this. It says manifest success. Manifest success, okay? Master your destiny by making use of your skills. Harness your creative forces to bring about success and achieve your goals. Take your mind off all that bullshit and put it where it belongs. Put it in your goals. Put it in your dreams. Where are you going? Okay, that's another question it says here. You need to live fully in this moment and ask yourself, where am I going from here? Okay, retreat. Some of y'all need to retreat. Take a retreat, solitude yourself for a minute, spend some time with spirit. Okay, Power of the Angels came out. Power of the Angels says, may your angels protect you and give you and guide you and keep you safe. And they will, always, as long as you know that. The angel of wealth, financial flow comes easily to you. Okay, this is what happens when you let go of all that baggage. When you let go of all that baggage, financial flow will come easily to you. But y'all just got to learn to let go and accept responsibility. Okay, accept responsibility. Let me see what could possibly, let me see what could be blocking some of us. Let me see what could be blocking some of us in this arena. What could be possibly blocking us? Somebody says, how do you do that when your mind is all over the place? So your mind is the problem. Your mind is the problem. Okay, what did this card say? By choosing to live fully in this moment, I am in harmony with the universe. Your mind is all over the place because you are stuck on things that didn't work out. You are constantly looking back or trying to see things forward. You cannot do that, sweetheart. You got to stop and accept responsibility of how you got to where you are right now today, and just stop and surrender to God and say, God, I surrender. I'm ready to face my problems. I'm ready to go into this and heal my inner child. You got to go heal that inner child. Some of y'all trying to think y'all can heal without going home. It's impossible. It is impossible. Your problems started at home and they will end at home. So until you've gone back home and given that child a proper inner child visit, you're going to continue to be all over the place with your thoughts. I'm serious about doing I'm serious. As soon as I said that to you, look what fell out. Look what the freak fell out. Family and tribe. Family and tribe fell out. That's telling me that you learned some behaviors from your family and your tribe that's still blocking you to this day. You got to get out of your head. You got to get out of your head. You are in control of your mind. When you find your mind going to places that don't serve you, skeek, hit them brakes and come right back. Okay, come right back. Bring yourself back to positive thinking, back to manifesting what you want and not that you don't want. Okay, a lot of stuff is standing in y'all's way right now. Okay, I asked Spirit to show me, wow, what's standing in y'all's way. Some of y'all have said, say what you mean. Some of y'all learned to wear a mask as a child and you never learned to express yourself. And when you try to express yourself, you may have gotten stopped. People may have told you you a child, stay in your place. This ain't your conversation. I don't know. But some of y'all have learned to people please real bad. When things get you saying what other people want you to say instead of saying what you mean. Okay? You don't even know who you truly are authentically because you trying to be everybody wants you to be. Okay? And at the end of the day, Spirit is saying, stop that. Also, I got the entrapment card. Some of y'all are entrapped in your own mind, in your own personal prison. Somebody just asked me, how do you do that when your mind is all over the place? You are entrapped, sweetheart. You have let past situations entrap you and cause you to create future situations that were never meant for you because of your mind. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste, babies. I'm telling y'all, you got to constantly stay cognizant of what you thinking because as you think, you manifest. As a man thinketh, so is he. Okay, that was all here this morning. Cycles. Y'all got to understand that you go through cycles in life. Okay, you need to know what cycle you in and accept the responsibility of the cycle. Sometimes we go through karmic cycles where it's time for us to pay for some of the things that we've done, whether it's good or bad. We go through these cycles where we have things that go wrong, but it's just like the cycles of the season of the world. Summer don't last forever. Winter don't last forever. Fall don't last forever. Spring don't last. They keep constantly changing. Okay? So is your life. Your life has those same cycles and you get stuck in certain cycles sometimes. And it's a self-imposed prison because it's in your mind. In your mind, you're telling yourself that that is all you deserve. In your mind, you're telling yourself that the worst is coming instead of the best. It's all up to you. I want y'all to stop this morning and really listen to what I'm saying about taking responsibility for your own thoughts and your own actions because they are manifesting for you every single day, all day. So take stock of where you're thinking and how you feeling, okay? Because somebody's entrapped. Somebody's entrapped in their own mind. Ain't nobody holding this person hostage but they self. Okay, so you got to come out of those old beliefs that you learned from your family and your tribe because some of that stuff is holding y'all back. Just because you learned it from your parents doesn't mean that it's truth. Start to examine things and ask yourself, is this really aligned with how I feel, how I think? That's what you need to ask yourself. Is this aligned with me or is this what somebody else thought I should do? Some of y'all don't even know why you celebrate all these holidays. You don't even know what half these holidays mean. You just celebrate them because that's what you did as a child. But what is Christmas to you? What is Halloween to you? What is Thanksgiving to you? What is Valentine's Day? Do y'all really know? Or just using the stigma that society has put on it and carrying it about? What is this all about? You've got to ask yourself, just because I learned this from my family and tribe, does it really align with who I want to be, who I am? That's what you got to ask yourself. You're not forced to be anything. We become complacent because it's easy. But I want you to constantly keep going back to this card that says transformation begins when you choose to let go. Okay? And accept responsibility. You see that? When you choose to let go and accept responsibility. All of us want to go around here. It feels good blaming people for the stuff going on in our life. Oh, I'm like this because my parents, they didn't love me. I'm like this because my mama was on drugs and she didn't spend no time with us and she left us with babysitters. I'm like this because my daddy molested me. Whatever the problem is, y'all. Stop using what happened to you in your family and tribe as an excuse to remain entrapped. Okay? Stop using what happened here with your family and tribe. Stop using that to remain entrapped. Okay? Stop. Because no one in your family is entrapped in that foolishness. You're the only one. You got to get it past your life and realize that you are the author of your life. Okay? You are the author of your life, not no one else. So stop giving that responsibility to your friends, to your spouses, to your children. You and God alone are the only people who can straighten out your life, heal you past your traumas and wounds, and get you back on the right path. So if you believe in that anybody or anything else can do that for you, you are wrong. Okay, you are wrong. It's going to take self-discipline, and it's going to take sacrificing for you to let go of the things that no longer serve you and take hold of the things that's trying to catapult you into your power and down your path. This is a serious message this morning, y'all. This is a very serious message because all of us get in conflicts with people every day. It happens to us every day. But the question is, how are you going to handle this conflict? Are you going to take stock and sit back and take responsibility for what you did wrong? Or are you going to continue to sit in your shit and blame everybody else and let that toxic environment eat you alive? Because that's what happened. When you don't take responsibility, you're not hurting nobody else but yourself. That's the only person you hurting when you don't take responsibility. So Spirit is urging y'all this morning to live in the now. Worry about what's happening right now. I had a girl I was talking to on the phone yesterday, and she was doing the same thing we talking about right now. All over the map, worrying about what happened last month and last week and 3 years ago. 10 years ago, and then taking that stuff and projecting it on her future. Like, okay, if that stuff happened to me back then, it's going to happen to me again. She's manifesting her worst desires over and over and over again by living in fear of them, by constantly talking about them in a way of lack. Okay, you are constantly recreating exactly that which you do not desire. You are recreating it over and over again. And this morning, Spirit is saying, stop. This is a serious message this morning. For all of us that's been on this live, that got the chance to hear this message this morning, we should consider ourselves blessed because so many people right now walk around pissed off at somebody else, blaming everybody else for what they're going through right now. Oh, so-and-so keeps doing this to me. No, you keep letting so-and-so do that to you. Okay. Oh, so-and-so did that to me. No, the language is, why do I keep letting so-and-so do this to me? Why am I allowing this person to do this to me? What is my codependency on this person that I continue to let them bring toxicity into my life? Yes, they're toxic. We figured that out a long time. But what the hell is wrong with you for allowing this toxic person to be in your environment every day? That's what you got to ask yourself. We know that the person is toxic. Everybody can see that. Hell, Stevie Wonder and anybody else blind can see that the person is toxic. But the question is, what is wrong with you that you feel you are responsible for this toxic person, or you feel that you should allow this toxic person in your environment? My question to you is, what is it that you need to feed off of with them? What is it? Why do you feel you need to have this toxic person in your life? I'll wait on the answer to that one. It's not them. It's always us. No matter what happens to us, you are the most powerful and you are the most blessed person when you can stop and say, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do to get me here? Forget about what the other person's doing, trying to do, done. It don't matter. Ask yourself, what did I do to get here? How did I contribute to this situation that's now a tower moment in my life, that's now exploding in my life? How did I contribute to this, and how could I have avoided this? And how can I use what I've learned this time to make sure that I don't make this same mistake again? Because that's what mistakes are for. They're supposed to be turned into miracles. Because once we learn from them, we can be powerful behind them. But as long as we stay stuck and refuse to accept responsibility, then we're going to always be messed up. We're going to always be messed up, okay? It's going to be a messed up situation. So I want y'all to just listen to this morning and say to myself, I'm ready. Father, I surrender. I'm ready to take stock of my life. I'm ready to take responsibility for my own actions. I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to walk in my power and live my best life. That's what you want to say this morning, okay? Because I'm telling y'all, me making major changes in my life, me dealing with my traumas and tracing my traumas and going back home over and over and over again. I've been back home so many times, I feel like I moved back to my childhood home. But I went back there as many times as it took, and I'll go back as many more times as it takes to continue to heal me and get me past those things that were falsely implanted in me as a child. Okay, feelings of lack, abandonment, all of those things come from false beliefs. Okay, they are false beliefs. What is it? What is fear? Okay, things appearing real. Okay, things appearing real that are not. Okay, so all of these things that was implanted in me as a child that slow me down, that take me away from my self-love, that take me away from my power, those are the things that I concentrate on right now, because those are the things that are in my way. Those are the things that are keeping me entrapped. And I want to heal those things because there's so much that I have to do on this earth. And the more I heal Sherry and the more I dig deeper into those layers of abandonment and all of those other things that I felt, I become a better me. I become a more balanced me, and it's more balanced and better for me. And as I become better for me, I'm better for my mama, my son, my husband, my friends. I'm a better person for all of the people around me now because I love me. I've learned to have a relationship with me. I've learned to take care of me first. And a lot of y'all are avoiding that. Y'all don't know how important that is. But it's very important for you to develop a strong self-love relationship with yourself. The moment that you fall in love with you is the moment that real true love enters into your life. But as long as you codependent and you need other people's validation, other people's support, other people's opinions mean something to you, you're in trouble. You're in a whole lot of trouble. Because as long as we dependent on what other people thinking about us, we are always in trouble because somebody's always going to think the worst about us. No matter how good we are, no matter how hard we try to be a good mother, a good friend, a good wife, someone's always going to find fault in us. And if we are leaning on other people's opinion of us, then we're forever going to be unhappy because people will always find faults in us. Always. Yes, we have fault, plenty of it, every one of us. But learn to embrace those faults as well as you do those assets that you have, because they're all a part of you. Embrace them. Once you embrace your faults, you have better control over them, and they no longer control you, you control them. So this morning's message, if we ain't never listened to a message before, this message this morning is very important. Choose to be happy by accepting responsibility for your own actions. So no matter what you get into, if it's bad, you need to ask yourself, how did I contribute to this? Because somewhere along the line, you ignored red flags. You didn't pay attention to your intuition. You just ignored all the signs that told you that this person was no good. This situation was no good. This whatever. The situation, the person, whatever it is. You had signs. Your intuition spoke to you, but you chose to ignore it. And now the mission for you is to ask yourself, why did I do that? Why did I choose to ignore all the warning signs that was coming to me and still put myself in danger? Why did I do that? That is the question we have to ask ourselves this morning and take responsibility for all of our actions. Take responsibility, y'all. That's being an adult. That's being a very mature, healthy, wealthy adult. Okay, when you can live like that, y'all, it's the best thing ever. You never have to sit back worrying about other people's opinions of you. You don't care. You just simply don't care. It goes back to yesterday's message of being unapologetically you. But before you can be unapologetically you, before you can put up that sword and walk in your power, you got to accept responsibility. You got to accept responsibility. And this message is very strong this morning. Accept responsibility. If you're in an argument of any kind, any type of conflict whatsoever, you are at fault. You are at fault. because you have a choice and you chose to get into toxicity. You chose to argue. You chose to try to be right instead of accepting responsibility for what you did. And that is the message. Yes, you may be done wrong by many people. Many people may screw you over. Many people may be false friends. Many people may not be the right lover for you. But what did you do, and how long did you allow these people to be false in your life? How long did you allow these people to dim your light? How long did you allow these people to gaslight you, breadcrumb you, put you in third-party situations? How long did you allow it? And how long are you going to sit back and continue to place the blame on other people instead of accepting responsibility of how you contributed to this situation and how you screwed yourself? How long? That's a very difficult thing for us to do, but it's so grown up. It's so adult. It's so mature. It's so freaking sexy to see a person say, you know what? I'm in this problem and I'm responsible. Let me see how I can end this the right way. Let me see how I can be fair for everybody. And let me see how I can avoid me getting myself into this situation again. Because no matter what it is, you contributed to it and you got yourself involved, no matter what it is. And we got to learn to take responsibility. We got to learn to stop wearing masks and saying what other people want us to say. Okay, because somebody's got a soulmate trying to come their way. Okay, a soulmate is trying to come your way. It's very close. But until you learn to love you, that soulmate is just going to stay at an arm's length from you. Because the thing about love, y'all, it starts from within. There's no way that I can go out there telling somebody I love them if I have not properly learned to love Sherry. It's just a codependency is all it is if I haven't learned self-love. Now, I'm codependent on you to make me happy, on you to solve all my problems, my financial, my emotional, my physical problems, because I don't know how to do that for myself. I'm searching for somebody else to do that for me. And the moment that you let me down, oh, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. I'm going to raise all kind of hell and tell you about how you ain't shit and you ain't this and you ain't that. And really, I'm the problem. I'm the problem because I haven't learned how to make myself happy. I haven't learned how to fall in love with Sherry yet. So I'm looking for somebody else to do that for me. And that's way too much responsibility on anybody. And everybody will fail at trying to make you happy. Everybody will fail at trying to make you happy. The only person that will be successful at making you happy is you. Period. Period. Okay, y'all. That's y'all's message for this morning. Okay, it was hot and it was heavy and it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I really hope y'all got this. Accept responsibility, y'all. It's the only way to freedom. It's the only way back to your happiness. Back on the path of no return where you belong. Okay? The only way to it is to accept responsibility. What did I do to get myself into this situation? What did I do to cause this situation to escalate? What did I do to keep these people around me in my life that I know I should have got let go of a long time ago? What did I do? Not what did they do. We don't care about no more. I don't want to hear no more stories about what somebody did to you. Because if you call me telling me about what somebody did to you, I'm going to tell you about what you did to yourself. Okay, no. No one did anything to you. Let me tell you what you did to yourself. Because that's what this is all about. This isn't about, oh, they did this. No. Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes and accept responsibility and change your language and say, TT, I want to call you because I got some issues I need to deal with. I'm allowing people to breadcrumb me. I'm allowing men to disrespect me. I'm allowing my friends to dim my light. I'm allowing my family members to make me feel bad about myself. Don't call me talking about, oh, this dude is gaslighting me and got me in a third-party situation. How is that possible without your permission? How is that possible without your permission? There's nothing no one can do to you without your permission. I want you to know that this morning. That's very important for us to know. Stop playing the victim. Stop playing the victim. Ain't no winning in being no victim. The only thing you get from being a victim is people feeling sorry for you. And again, that is not an energy that you want around you, because if you got everybody going, oh, I feel so sorry for Sharina Powell. She ain't got no money and she's struggling and she this. Do you see that energy that people are putting around you? Do you want that energy of people always seeing you in lack, in poverty, in not having the things that you want? No, that's not the energy that you want around you, because energy is powerful and it will manifest. So you want people saying, oh, Sharina Powell is an amazing woman. She's writing books. She's starting websites. She's doing the damn thing. That's the kind of energy you want around you. Those are people who are celebrating you and not tolerating you. We talk about this all the time. Make sure that your circle is right. Make sure that you're in an environment where you can grow in a positive way. Make sure you're not surrounded by other victims who keep you in the victim club. Because other victims will keep you in the victim club. Misery loves company. So if you are a victim and you start trying to become a victor, all them little victims around you is going to be mad at you, because they're going to be wondering who she thinks she is to leave us in all of this trauma and pain as she heals and goes on with her life and starts walking in her power and down her path. Who does she think she is to do that to us when we was all down here miserable together? You're going to get that, and you got to let it go. You got to brush your shoulders off and keep it moving, boo-boo. You can't worry about the naysayers, the Debbie Downers. You can't worry about none of them. But accept responsibility this morning. Accept responsibility. Become a victor. Come out of the victim club. Ain't no winning in that. Ain't no winning in being a victim. So my message to y'all this morning is urging you to choose to be happy by choosing to accept responsibility for everything that your life gets you into. The only time it's safe for you to be a victim is if you were robbed or raped. Now, if you were robbed or raped, then yes, you are a victim, but don't even stay there long. But those are victims. But a person who allowed toxic people in their life and allowed toxic people to lead their life and do this, you can't blame other people for that, baby. You got to take a good look at the man in the mirror and ask yourself, why did you think that was all you deserved? That's what you got to do. So anyway, this is your TT. One that loves to share the tea. I hope y'all got this message this morning because it was serious. And I think if we can all learn to do this, the world is on its way to being a better place right now, because no one accepts responsibility for their shit. Everybody wants to sit back and tell stories over and over again about how this person did them wrong and how that person did them wrong and how this job bamboozled them and how this friend fucked over them. But at the end of the day, it is you who did all of this stuff. It is you who did all of these things. So I'm asking y'all this morning to take responsibility for what you do. Don't play the victim all the time, because in you playing the victim, you are hurting yourself. You cannot get the help you need as long as you are a victim, because you're not accepting responsibility for what you did. So no one's offering you the help that you need, because you are a victim and all you want is people to feel sorry for you. And again, good luck with feeling sorry. Like that song says, don't cry for me, Argentina. Do not cry for me. Okay, don't feel sorry for TT, please. I want you to see TT as someone walking in her power, someone constantly trying to grow, someone constantly trying to heal. That's where I want you to see TT. I don't want to sit down and share no stories with you about how somebody bamboozled me. That's a waste of time and good energy. Let me sit down and tell you about my plans and my goals of how I plan to use my power even more. Let's talk about that. That's what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about what somebody did to me, because that's not important, because I've already dealt with that myself. I've already accepted responsibility for what I allowed somebody to do to me. There's a mirror exercise that I did during my own healing. And when you go through your healing, God will take you through it in many ways. You never know. But one of the experiments that I did was called excuse me, the mirror experience. And in the mirror experience, what you do is, like, let's say, for instance, let me just take somebody on here, for instance. Let's say Carol Hill did something to me. Okay. And instead of me looking in the mirror saying, you know what, I'm really angry at Carol Hill for disrespecting me the way that she did, I look in the mirror and I say, you know what, I'm really angry at you, Sherry Hill, for allowing Carol Hill to disrespect you. I'm upset with you that you did not stand up for yourself. I'm upset with you that you did not pay attention to Carol Hill's red flags. That's how you heal, y'all. Because looking in that mirror, blaming somebody else, you are staying stuck and stagnated in your own self-imposed prison. The other person is going on with their life while you still stuck on what they did or didn't do for you. It's time to go. It's time to pack them bags and go. It's time to pack them bags and go. It's time to accept responsibility. All right? Whew. All right, that was y'all's message for today. Now, let's give away a book. Okay, let's give away a book. I got an extra prayer journal. I got an extra prayer journal. It's my prayer journal by your own spiritual TT. Okay, and it's got all kinds of beautiful pages in here for you to write your prayers for your family, for yourself. But we all need to pray more. We all need to pray more. I don't know, people in the spiritual world, we start thinking in different ways. I don't know what way you're thinking, but listen to me strongly right now. Without spirits, without source, I don't care what you call them, because many of y'all have different names from Jehovah to Yahshua to Father to Larry to God. I don't care what you call them, but get a relationship with him. Okay, get a relationship with him. Start praying and asking for protection on a daily basis against your hidden and unknown and known enemies. Okay, because you need to stay protected. And how you stay protected is you stay prayed up. There's nothing or nobody more powerful than God. Nothing and nobody more powerful than God. So when people start throwing negative energy your way, combat that with a prayer. Okay, combat that with a prayer. So I'm going to give away this prayer book. Let me see what the question is going to be today. Let me think here. Let me think. What's the question for today? Now, this is going to be an easy one. Because if y'all listen to me on a daily basis, y'all should know this one by heart. What is my email address? What is my email address? First person to guess my email address will get this book. Nobody, I say my email address almost every time on this live. Almost every time. I said it 100 times yesterday. And nobody knows. Nobody knows my email address. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Somebody right now is on there looking. Somebody went to their email to go look. But y'all should know it. I mean, I'm so serious. I say my email address almost on every live. And not one person has guessed it yet. Okay, so no one knows. No one knows my email address. Unbelievable, tribe. How y'all don't know TT's email address? Okay, Carol Ruffin, you put it in there, but how long did it take you? Okay, Carol Ruffin said heel Sherry 00. That is so easy. Carol Ruffin, you gonna get the book, baby. Okay, you got the book. Okay, it's so crazy that y'all didn't know that. I say that every time. Just email me at heelsherry00@gmail.com. I say that every time. We got a winner, y'all. Yeah, Erica Brooks, I knew you knew. And I'm glad you already won the book, so we didn't need you to win another of the same book, okay? But I knew Erica Brooks knew. Erica Brooks knows everything about TT, okay? She is a TT expert, okay? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Look, so anyway, Carol Ruffin, congratulations. Okay, you get the book. Y'all got to pay attention to what I say if y'all want to win these gifts. I'm going to be giving away jewelry, bath salts, all kind of stuff. So y'all better be paying attention to what I say so y'all can win these gifts, okay? Because I'm going to be giving away some good stuff, some real good stuff, okay? So, Carol Ruffin, you get this book, and then uh, we had a couple of beautiful winners yesterday. All right, so that is y'all's message for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all took heed to it because this was a really, really important message on our um it's an important message on our journey, to self-realization and transformation and changing ourselves. Taking responsibility is one of the most important things that we can do, is because we are no longer playing the victim. We are no longer letting other people orchestrate our lives. And I just want y'all to remember that. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. And welcome. Let me see. Look, I can't see. It's something high. Let me put on my glasses. I've seen somebody says I'm new. She said I've been in here about 10 minutes. I'm trying to see her name. Uh, Rochelle High. Is that it? Rochelle High. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, Somebody saying there must have been a delay. Since sounds like some of y'all put in my email, but the first person that came up was Carol Ruffin. It came up afterwards. I got one from Ebony Fowler a little bit later, but that's the only one I see up here that put it in here is Ebony and Carol Ruffin. They're the only ones who I see with the email address. So I'm sorry if that happens, but not to worry. We're going to be giving away gifts every day. I'm going to be doing 2 readings for 2 people every day, and I'll be doing giveaways every day. When we come on here, I'll be giving away something. Okay, so you didn't win today, just keep coming back. You might win tomorrow. All right, I love y'all so freaking much. Okay, I love y'all so freaking much. It's Tuesday, and we're gonna go out here and take responsibility today. That is our main thing. Transformation begins when you choose to let go and accept responsibility. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do today. All right, girls, I love y'all so much. Come back tomorrow. Well, we'll be right back at this thing. Be early because I picked the 2 people that I give the readings to. As soon as I turn on the live, the first couple of people I see, that's who I choose to give the readings to. Okay, so y'all come early, be on time. Be on time. It's 10:30 Monday through Friday, Eastern Central Time. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, Eastern Standard Time. EST. All right, so I don't think I have any more announcements for y'all today. That's pretty much it. I just want to say thank y'all and hope you take heed to this message this morning because I believe it was very important for each and every one of us. And it is definitely a major step on your step to transformation and trying to turn your life around. All right? Mwah! I love y'all with all my heart and all my soul. I can't wait to spend tomorrow morning with you. And in the meantime and in between time, while y'all work y'all's thing, I'm going to work mine. I love y'all. This is your spiritual TT. See you tomorrow.